Joining us now is NewsNation's Kellie Meyer, live from the White House, where she just spoke to a key Democratic ally of the president who was there at that ceremony, Kellie.
Yeah, Vic, 2 weeks ago, immigration advocates and some Democratic lawmakers didn't want to be anywhere near the White House, and that includes chair of the Hispanic Caucus, Nanette Barragán. She was one that was disappointed in the president's previous actions 2 weeks ago, but today she was standing directly behind the president as he announced these executive actions, and I spoke with her one-on-one just after that announcement. Take a listen.
What I make of this is that we had conversations with the president and the White House for several months. We know that enforcement only has not worked. And so the conversations have been about making sure we're having a balanced approach. And today, what we heard from the president and his actions show his values of keeping families together and making sure that we're providing these protections to people who've been made promises for a long time, who've been in this country for a long time. And so we're very excited. We applaud the president, and we want to stand with him in what he's doing today, and that is providing protection to the spouses of U.S. citizens, people who've been married to American citizens who've been in this country for over 10 years, and their children, to keep families together.
Why do you think this is happening now?
You know, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of making sure they can get all the ducks in a row. But for us, this is a day to celebrate. It's a day to make sure that we're telling people about this opportunity. There are people that are crying tears of joy, people that are having a sigh of relief and saying, finally, I can get a work permit, I can come out of the shadows, I don't have to leave this country for 10 years or any amount of time to stay here and stay with my family. And that is what matters, is that we are recognizing the contributions that immigrants make to this country, but that we're also providing them protections and not letting a complex glitch in the immigration system tear apart our families.
And this is something that you have pushed for a long time, and within the caucus as well, conversations with the president. How did it feel to stand behind him? You mentioned you were right behind him during his speech today. How did that feel to be there and a part of this?
It was great. It really was. It's such a happy day to be able to come here and say, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for doing the right thing. Thank you for protecting families and keeping families together. It was a historic moment to be there and experience that and hear him talk about it and do that and be in a room full of stakeholders that help make this happen, immigration groups and immigrants and activists who will all work together, and we rode in the same direction to make this happen.
And this is coming now 5 months away from Election Day. Do you think this has anything to do with politics?
You know, every decision anybody makes is politics, but at the end of the day, this is the right thing to do. And, you know, the president has had many conversations and has considered many of the Hispanic Caucus requests for executive actions. We hope this isn't the last one, and that we will continue to get some more good news down the pipeline.
The last one is what happens if former President Trump is elected again and comes in and tries to unravel this?
Well, if the former president is reelected, we're all going to be in trouble, because he's promised to deport people en masse and even pick up U.S. citizens and people who shouldn't be deported. So we're going to do everything we can to stop and prevent that. The other thing we got to do is make sure we have the House and we have the Senate to do everything we can to stop any effort to try to undo the progress that's been done today.
Yeah, Vic, a really interesting conversation, especially on the timing of all of this. Vic, her saying that they had to get all their ducks in a row when asked, there's a question was asked in the briefing today, why now is this happening, Vic?
Okay, Kellie Meyer from her post on Pebble Beach in the White House North Lawn. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.